With direct access to information and equal opportunity for content generation, social media has welcomed people worldwide to integrate it into their daily lives as a platform for individual expression, organization, and meaningful discussion. In the recent years, social media has been used as a platform for activism, especially in countries like Mexico and China, where individuals lack a safe environment for the freedom of expression when opposing official policies. Both Mexico and China have oppressive governments, such as the Communist Party in China and PRI in Mexico, that have engaged in the manipulation of big media and social networks.
Although most countries in the world allow American social media platforms, the Chinese government has blocked these American sites and rather demands that their people only use domestic social media platforms. According to researchers Stockman and Liu, there are countless Chinese social media platforms, but currently the three most popular social media in China are Sina Weibo, WeChat, and Baidu Tieba. Chinese netizens are allowed to freely express their opinions unless their opinions demean the Chinese government. However, this has not stopped Chinese social media activists. After the Chinese government announced that it was eradicating a rule that limited presidents to 2 terms, netizens expressed their disappointment by mocking President Xi on social media, angering the government and causing it to increase censorship.
Netizens compared Xi to Winnie the Pooh, focusing on his large body. Some posted pictures of themselves wearing shirts printed with the word Hitler, establishing that Xi is becoming a dictator like Hitler. Others compared the extension of Xi's presidency to a backing up vehicle, implying that China is headed backwards. Despite the method used to protest, the Chinese censorship system blocked all posts undermining Xi's extended presidency. However, the large amount of posts generated after the announcement forced the Chinese censorship system to work harder. According to China Digital Times, after the announcement was made, censors rapidly moved to censor more than 50 terms.
In a similar light, social media has been used by Mexican student activists as a way to provide evidence against fake news, inform local communities of current events, and organize civil discourse when traditional media outlets are censored. This was demonstrated in the student-led movement of Yo Soy 132 in response to the bias and manipulation of major media by the Mexican government. On May 11th, 2012, during a visit from presidential candidate for the PRI party, Enrique Peña Nieto, Daniel Hernandez explained in his article that students of the Ibero-American University located in Mexico City received the candidate with protests regarding the vote-buying fraud, collusion with drug traffickers, censorship, intimidation, election stealing, and fatal repression against dissidents that the PRI party candidate and the party itself had engaged in. Demonstrating the corruption found in Mexican media, Hernandez notes that the students were labeled as hired outsiders by major newspapers, media outlets, and the chief executive of Peña Nieto's campaign.
In response to the false accusations, 131 Ibero students took to YouTube and uploaded videos stating their names, student ID numbers, and showing their identification, which soon became viral and gave birth to the hashtag Yo Soy 132. With their shared videos, the students exposed the fake news shared by the Mexican media and correctly informed people of the events regarding their protest. Patrick Cunningham noted that the movement gained support from nearly all universities in Mexico, both private and public. Breaking away from the monopoly of information, social networks were used by the activists to communicate information with supporting university students, organize marches, and plan meetings. As Maria Elena Meneses Rocha and contributing authors note in their case study, in a society with little freedom of expression and constant media corruption, social networks provided an alternative and trustworthy route for expression, dialogue, and mobilization.
As more individuals join social networks, the potential for social media platforms to create a significant impact in a large population increases. Identifying the drawbacks that result from social media platforms and accounting for them will allow future activists to maximize the efficiency of the tools social media provides in censored environments and successfully create change in their communities.